off the post, score!
Just by a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Just by a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Just by a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Just by a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Just by a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Just by a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Just by a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, Throws it back in the end zone. Intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot. Score! Cornell down the field. End zone. That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone. Intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot. Score! Cornell down the field. End zone. That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone. Intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot. Score! Cornell down the field. End zone. That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone. Intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot. Score! Cornell down the field. End zone. That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone. Intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot. Score! Cornell down the field. End zone. That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone. Intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot. Score! Cornell down the field. End zone. That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone. Intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot. Score! Cornell down the field. End zone. That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Just by a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Just by a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Just by a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Just by a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Just by a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Just by a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score! Live from Thayer Arena in Warwick, it's Rhode Island Interscholastic League Hockey on the Fans Only Sports Network. I'm Owen Crane alongside Brady Kudo, bringing you tonight's rendition of Hendricken versus the Warwick Co-op of Tollgate and Pilgrim. The Hendricken boys gathered around the net. They'll take a moment for the national anthem and our starting lineups. Before the national anthem, Brady, let's talk about what this Hendricken team did so well a few days back against LaSalle. That was a critical game, 2-2, until Nick Regine finished it off in overtime. Just give me an overview. What did you like seeing from the Mount team during that game?
Well, I liked the fact that they just kept putting the puck on the net. And eventually, obviously, once you do that, you're going to get amazing upper 90 shots that Regine had to finish it. But I think with Hendricken, Warwick is really scrappy. Braxton Bragg's been playing out of his mind as of late. Ryan Barlow's got 5 goals in 5 games. So I think for Hendricken, you know you can put the puck in the back of the net. They got to focus more on the defensive end. Because this is a Warwick team, unlike last year, where you blink, they'll put up 2 goals for you in a minute, and all of a sudden you're down by 1 or 2.
Bishop Hendricken performing exceptionally well so far this season at 4-0. Tollgate and Pilgrim, the co-op that makes up Warwick, they have their challenge set for them today. The last player for Hendricken will approach the blue line, followed by their goaltender. We'll take just a moment for the national anthem, and our hockey coverage on Fans Only Sports will resume in a minute.
Quick ad.
Want to close your home purchase or refinance faster? Contact me, David Delbonis, at 401-487-7379, President Precision Home Lending. Trust the experts and we'll make your loan experience amazing.
Referees met at center ice for just a moment. Both teams will return to their benches and will be underway in just a minute. Brady, we turn to this Pilgrim Warwick team, made up of Tollgate and Pilgrim, What would you like to see from them against a stellar Hendricken offense and defense tonight?
Get aggressive quick. Forecheck quick. Get on a power play quick. Because the sooner you do that, when you force Hendricken into pressure, and when you force Hendricken to lose the mental part of the game within the game, then we could have a nice little upset at there tonight. Hendricken, we'll see where they're at in the next couple days when the second edition of our power rankings are released. They came in at 2nd. Warwick came in at 8th. That's likely to change.
Of course, those power rankings always visible on the Fans Only Sports and RI Hockey Instagram pages. We're underway at there. Hendricken wins the first battle. They'll move the puck down into Warwick territory. Trickles out in front. No one's there in time. Here comes Warwick. Quick steal in the neutral zone. Puck on the near side boards. Warwick with an errant pass. And a little bit of trip. Tripping will be called on Chris Hughes as he skated in towards Warwick's goalie, excuse me. So we'll have a 2-minute man advantage for the boys of Bishop Hendricken. Not, Brady, what Warwick needed coming into this game.
Yeah, Shafino, 2 minutes of the box for tripping. You're 30 seconds in. You hit the nail on the head. It's worst case scenario. Hendricken, it's the power play. They've been lethal all season long. A great opportunity against a middle-of-the-pack penalty kill for Warwick.
Puck's won into the near side corner. Crane receives. He'll knock it back down towards Kavanaugh. Hawks still cycling the puck in the corner. And this is something that they struggled to do against LaSalle, is get those shots off on the power play. We'll see if that changes today with Warwick. Crane coming in for the shot. He'll rip. That one off the goalie's upper chest. Braxton Bragg in net for Warwick today. Another rip from Kavanaugh. Rebound near side. Jack LaRose can't finish for the Hawks. Blake Grislis will pick it up in the corner, move it to the D. They'll cycle it back down to Regine, who of course scored that game-winning goal against LaSalle, and move it into the corner. Crane, near side point, tries to move it back. He'll run into trouble. D to D. Quick move in. That one almost deflected off the skate of Ethan Pizzullo, the captain here for Warwick. Regine, back to the point once more. Break Grislis up there, excuse me. Kavanaugh on the near side, he'll shoot. Rebound back to the wall. A lot of control from Hendricken here. Jack LaRose comes in, passes it off to Grislis. One-timer opportunity. That one's going to miss the net by just a shot. Crane looking to make something happen. Just misses LaRose. And Grislis picks the puck up once more. He'll cycle it around and drop it back to Kavanaugh, who, after circling the goal, stops. Crane to the other side of the blue line will move it back down to Kavanaugh. 15 seconds remaining here in this power play. Not many shots from the boys of Hendricken yet. Andrew Smith checks in. He'll shoot. Score! Shot from Smith, tipped in front by Regine. And the Hawks make it 1-0. Not even 2 minutes and 20 seconds into the game.
It's exactly what you needed. If you're Hendricken, a power play goal, possession dominated through that entirety of the power play. Warwick couldn't clear it once, but for the most part, it was a good defensive stand by Warwick. It tipped right in front by Regime.
I agree with you on that defensive stand. Warwick did a great job preventing Hendricken from getting any shots off. The question is, once they did, they scored, and that was only, their fourth or fifth shot of the power play.
You've got 5 shots on goal so far. All of them came on that power play. This is where Warwick gets dangerous.
Warwick looking to move into Hendricken territory. They'll dump it in. The dump and chase, something Hendricken does pretty well with the back check. Aaron Pass looking to move the puck out. Hendricken drops it back through the neutral zone. They'll dump. First to receive for Warwick is Christopher Shafino, excuse me. Breakout attempts on the near side boards, unsuccessful under pressure from the Hawks. Here's a shot. That went off the stick of Nate Marshall. Just deflected by the defender, ends up on the far side boards. Warwick picks it up. Here they come. Sean Mullaney. He'll dump it in, one of the captains for this Warwick program. The Hawks are covered in their own end. James Carrera will lose it in the neutral zone. Hawks pick it back up with ease. Aiden Panacchini goes D to D. And an errant pass up the middle. You can hear coaches yelling, "Don't pass it up the middle," as the Hawks work to break it out near side corner. Warwick, almost had an opportunity there. They'll move it out front. Quick shot. Ryan Barlow rips one. That one right into the chest of Colin Murray. An easy save, but the first true opportunity and first shot for this Warwick co-op program, Brady.
Barlow with a great look. Right in front. That's what you want if you're Warwick. Control the puck in your offensive zone. Make Hendricken chase you out wide.
Great play setup, like you said. Hendricken chased, left a man open in front. Quick thinking. Colin Murray on his feet. He stood on his head against LaSalle, only gave up 2 in that 3-2 nail-biter that went into overtime. 17 seconds left. Regine, who has the puck now, would score to end that match. He'll come in the near side, facing pressure. Keeps control of the puck, moves it out to the point. Quick shot, deflected in front. Oh no, head to the far side boards. Back to the point, another ripper. This is the net on the far side by just a few feet. Puck still on the near side boards. Warwick manages to move it out, not quick enough. Mac Giuliano dumps that one right back in. Lucas Edmond. Grab that one for Pilgrim. He'll move it out to Cooper Groskopf. Kavanaugh, one of the team's stars, back on the ice, trying to make something happen. He was looking for Luca Basia. Couldn't quite find him. Back into the neutral zone. Hawks still in control of the puck. They'll move it to Crane. Low. He looks for Kavanaugh off the boards. Will, quick handoff. Nice shot on net there. That one just off the top of Bragg's chest. Rebound out in front. Hawks have an opportunity. Bragg, quick to cover it. Stops the clock. 10:04 left here in the first.
Let's see what Hendrick is trying to do. Rip shots from the point. Hope for a rebound or an errant shot. And then if you can get a tip, if you have... They've gotten the screen on plenty of times. Try to tip it in or hope for a rebound that comes right to you and rip it in. But Bragg's look good so far.
Bragg stands on his head. The question is, can Warwick's offense make up against Hendricken's defense? And likely that's a no, of course. The game is young. The night is young. Hendricken fighting for it in the neutral zone. Warwick stick taps it into Hendricken's territory. They'll come back out with it. Here's Crane over the red line. One move, two moves. He's tripped up. On the far side board, he'll have to turn it over into the corner. Puck's ripped around. Warwick comes away with it. Here's Schifino. Once more with the dump and chase. Crane will beat him there. Not without avoiding the hit, however. But maintain control of the puck and look to move it into the neutral zone. There's a stick on it for Hendy. But Warwick will get there in time. It was Jackson Monty who dumped that one down. Didn't quite make it over the red line. Icing called. 9:20 left in the first.
High school hockey and Fans Only Sports Network brought to you by Joseph Lamy, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston. Joseph Lamy, LAMY.com. And by RR Elite Recruits, with access to 3,000 schools and 83,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by signing up for the nation's #1 recruiting service, RREliteRecruits.com today.
Puck back in play. Hendricken territory with the Hawks controlling but under pressure. It's Nate Marshall ripping it around the boards. They look to the near side for Giacomo Caleri. Can't quite find him. Caleri, sophomore standing, really coming into his stride this year. And we'll see a lot of Hendricken players who we don't always see on the ice tonight. Hawks dump it in. Caleri's there for it. Battling for it in the corner. Quick handoff. It's Jack LaRose picking it up from the scuffle. Moves it to the point, won't quite make it. We'll have a whistle on the ice. Brady, I missed that one.
It's going to be a penalty. No.
Looks like it might have just been offside.
I stand corrected. It's offside.
Offside's the call. Face off just outside of Warwick territory. The Hawks dump it in quick. Lucas Hammond chasing for Warwick. Can't get there in time. Puck to the point. Shot's ripped. It's out in front. Regine was looking for it. Couldn't quite find it. Warwick sprints back down into Hendricken territory. They haven't created too much opportunity yet this game. Only a few shots. Still, puck on the near side. They'll look to move it out front. Sean Mullaney, not there in time. Hawks will pick it up back behind the net. Aiden Penacchini goes D to D on the near side. And the Hawks will dump it through the neutral zone back to Warwick's defender. Gerard Schifino sends it down. It's tipped off the stick. The Cooper Groskopf. And the Hawks are covered. They'll send it way back down ice. Same play, two different teams, two times. 7:35 remaining here in the first period. We're just about halfway through. Quick interception by Steve Nardelli on the breakup for Warwick there. Warwick recovers. They'll move it back into the neutral zone. Get a quick shot off That's from the stick of Daniel Kennedy. Referee hand in the air. I missed the call. Seems to have been on Warwick.
It's going to be a boarding or a charging of some sort. You got a delayed penalty coming up on Warwick.
Here's Crane through the neutral zone. Hendricken has removed its goalie. 6-on-5 now in play. Puck near side point. Hawks struggle to get it through traffic. It's finally stopped by Ethan Pizzulo. And the Hawks will go up a man for the next 2 minutes on that boarding call. The call on number 8, Daniel Kennedy.
Just a bad penalty to take. Against the Hendricken team, you need to play disciplined. I feel like that's one of the biggest things for Warwick today.
Tough call to take. The vantage point from the press box, I missed that one corner, so I couldn't quite see it. But certainly not a penalty you want to take against a Hendy team that has scored their only goal so far on the power play. We're back underway. Puck on the far side boards. Hawks with a little bit of miscommunication. Can't seem to find it. A little bit of confusion between Regine and Kavanaugh there. They'll recover it in the neutral zone, no problem. Quick move back to Kavanaugh on the far side. He's looking for Regine, who had a chance. Can't quite control the puck. To the near side corner it goes. Jack LaRose will pick it up back behind the net. He'll move to the point. Puck moved to the near side corner where Kavanaugh picks it up. Out to Crane. He'll stop it with his foot. And it's fired back down the ice. Ryan Barlow providing pressure on behalf of Warwick. He'll try to get a shot off that one, deflected by a Hawk. They'll move it back into the neutral zone and into Warwick territory. Here's a nice shot. That one ripped off the stick of Giacomo Cagliari. Just a bit too high. Back to Kavanaugh at the point. He'll move it back to Cagliari on the near side. Looking for that cross-ice cut. Can't quite find it. Puck into the net. We're stoppage in play with 5:47 remaining. About 49 seconds left here in this power play for the Hawks. Brady, they didn't seem to find their stride yet in this one like they did last power play.
Again, it was the first power play. They found that stride just about 15 seconds in. Warwick matching that intensity a little bit.
Back in play, Hendricken will dump it in and chase. Jacob Pickering, a captain for Warwick, gets to the puck first, not enough to get it out of the zone. Cagliari back at the point. They're still moving it around. 27 seconds left here in the power play for the Hawks. Nate Marshall had it at the point. He'll move it low. Back to the far side point. That's Owen Carter. Took that shot. No one's there in front for the tip. Hendricken seemingly unable to find its stride and move the puck effectively around Warwick this power play. Quick shot off the stick of Andrew Smith. Just misses the net. Time on the power play will expire. We're back to 5-on-5 play, just under 5 minutes remaining in the period. Warwick successfully clears the puck. Smith will pick it up back behind Murray's net. Murray going to be called for a penalty as he kept waving his glove in the face of, I believe that was Kyle Mengard.
Yeah, you can't do that.
And he tried it for some time, Brady. He was getting away with it. Eventually the ref said enough is enough. He'll take the bench penalty and send Regine in.
I believe a delay of game was called, and it was. So 2 minutes to Murray, but they'll put Regine in the box. So Warwick with a chance. Up the man to level it.
Now Regine, a valuable player. I guess he isn't on the penalty kill nearly as much as he is on the power play, hence why they sent him in. Face-off won by Warwick. Quick rip. Can't get the read on the number. That looks to be number 8, Daniel Kennedy. Ripped that shot just over the goalie's head. Back into the neutral zone, and they'll cycle it back in. Here's Shafino. Move it to the near side. That one ripped by Ryan Barlow, the one-timer, just above the crossbar. The quick, easy save for Colin Murray in net. Warwick seemingly capitalizing on its power play so far with multiple shots. There's another from Barlow just off the blocker of Murray. Move the puck to the point. Another shot from Barlow. Blocked in front, back to the point on the near side. It's Ethan Pizzulo controlling. He'll go D to D, and they'll move it to Murray. Excuse me, not Murray. That's Barlow once more. Back to the points. Taking his time at the top is Daniel Kennedy. Near side movement. Back to Pizzulo. Kennedy. Almost a beautiful play, and they'll finish it. Ryan Barlow. Bing, bang, boom. It's tic-tac-toe. We're tied at 1 at there with 4:26 remaining here in the first.
That was simple. They gave Barlow too much room on that left wing. You're in a zone-style defense. Can't have Barlow by himself, someone especially of Barlow's caliber, by himself near that face-off dot. He's able to punch it home even at 1. If you're going to go in a zone defense, you got to have that left defenseman come out a little more to meet Barlow quicker.
I don't know what exactly it is, but you're right. The Hendricken left Barlow open, and he had plenty of shots there. But Hendricken just seemingly isn't bringing its A game on the penalty kill. They struggled with that against LaSalle as well. But Warwick, certainly a weaker team than LaSalle, and that goal against Hendricken gives you all the momentum you need. Hawks controlling in their own zone, but under pressure. Look to move it to the point. They can't. Shafino will rip a shot. That one's scooped up by Murray once more. Stoppage of play, 3:57 in the first remains. Now, Brady, one thing I remember about playing Hendricken, I played for Barrington, is if you get a goal against them, it gives you momentum.
Of course it does. We know Bishop Hendricken for, 30-plus years. Trying to date myself a little bit. They've been the standard, not just in hockey, the state of Rhode Island, across just about every sport. So when you are able to finally score against them, you take it, you run with it, and you keep that intensity up. Because the minute you do, again, you talk about that game within a game, the minute you do that, you start to win that game within the game, and then the actual game starts to slip away.
You ask any high schooler in Rhode Island who's on their rivalry list, and I bet you Hendricken is one of those teams. Regine with the puck out in front of the net, he'll just go wide after Crane was tripped up. I mean, you asked me who our rivalries were in hockey 3 years back when I played for Barrington, I'd probably say, of course, Mount Hope is our rival, but LaSalle and Hendricken are the teams we really want to beat. And that goes for any team. 1-1. The score, Warwick energized. Hendricken needs to find its stride. 3:11 remaining here in the first with a face-off on the far side in Warwick's zone. Puck drop won by the Hawks. Aiden Ferreira will take it back behind the net. He had the point open, opted to drop it instead. Still battling for it in the corner. Hawks will get a shot off. That one misses by a foot or two. Aiden Ferreira came back with the puck, tried to move it in front, couldn't quite. Warwick will capitalize. Aiden McNally skates it down into Hendricken territory. Can't quite finish the dump and change, and Kavanaugh picks it up after getting tripped up. Andrew Smith receives back behind the net. He's under pressure. He'll hold up the Warwick attacker. Hawks through the neutral zone. They'll dump it in. That puck quickly stopped, however, by Chris Shafino. And the Hawks recover in the neutral zone back into their territory. Owen Carter carries into Warwick territory. He'll take a shot, quickly scooped up by Bragg. Stoppage in play. 2:05 left here in the first. A lot of back and forth play that past shift, Brady.
So far, I thought this would be more one-sided early on and then get more back and forth actually as the game went on. It just goes over, but the Hendricken, the poke check, they've been poke checking all period. It's worked really well. Their forecheck pressure has been great. Warwick's just going to match that forecheck pressure, and once they do, I think they'll be all right.
Warwick unable to clear the puck, will ice it. Face off on the far side down in Hendricken, Warwick territory. Hawks with an opportunity here. Regine back on the ice. He has Kavanaugh on his right. Faceoffs one back to the far side point. Trickles around in front, finally scooped up. Kavanaugh got his stick on it, couldn't quite put it in. Bragg standing on his head once more for Warwick. Jack LaRose picks the puck up in the neutral zone. He'll get it to Kavanaugh, apparently offsides. Crossing the blue line. 1:30 remaining in the period, and Brady, a lot more opportunities for Hendricken on that shift.
They're just beating Warwick to their spots. That's all there is. Warwick still isn't matching that intensity on 5-on-5 play.
Face off just outside of Warwick zone on the far side. Hawks will dump it in just barely over the red line. Dump and chase is something this team does exceptionally well. A little tussle for it in the corner as the puck emerges back behind the net. Picked up by Ethan Pizzulo. He'll reverse to the near side. Looks for Clements. He has him. Quickly scooped up. That one, however, intercepted by Luca Bassia and turned back over once more to Warwick. The offsides call allows for Hendricken to regroup and scoop it up. Errant pass, however, into the neutral zone. Knocked back into Hendricken territory. Knox will pick it back up. Crane grabs it. Drops it off to his partner, that's Blake Grizzlis. Grizzlis looks through the neutral zone where the Hawks try to dump it in but can't quite against this Warwick defense. Crane off to Smith. Will cross that red line and dump it in. Allows for Crane to get some fresh legs. Complete the 5-man change. Smith can't quite keep the puck in on the far side. Delayed offsides called on Hendricken. Allows for Warwick to start to move the puck in. Big hit laid. I believe that was number 14, Jack LaRose. A little far from the boards, too. Added some noise to it. Hawks controlling in their own zone, but struggling to break this puck out. As time will expire on the period. 1-1 the score after one. Brady, the Hawks look good, but considering how good they can be, this period was all Warwick.
For the most part, I mean, you had Hendricken out shooting Warwick 11 shots to 8, but really, Warwick is offensively, they're getting good looks on it. Forecheck still needs to get better. The 5-on-5 defensive play isn't to where it could be. And Hendricken, they're just doing everything right. All there is to it. Murray's look good in net. They're putting the puck on net. They've yet to take a bad penalty like that warning call that Warwick had, but it's a very evenly matched period. We'll be back in a few. You're watching high school hockey on Fans Only Sports Network.
The ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown. Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
Rhode Island Interscholastic League High School Hockey on Fans Only Sports. Second period of action set to get underway in just a moment. It's the Hawks of Bishop Hendricken versus the Warwick Co-op of Tollgate and Pilgrim. Both teams will greet their goalies. Warwick a little bit less time spent in the intermission huddle than the Hawks. Can't be too unhappy with that 1-1 score against the best team in Rhode Island now, can ya?
No, it's exactly what you wanted. Get a goal early.
Tied at 1, we're back underway. Hawks in their zone, got it out, but knocked quickly back in by the Warwick defenders. Here's the Hendricken breakout. Kavanaugh through center ice. He looks for Regine, called offsides. It's a quick break in play, only 19 seconds into the game. Or the period, excuse me. Near side face-off just outside Warwick territory. Puck's one back to Aiden Pennicchini, who will dump it in. Pilgrim moves the puck back behind their net. They've struggled at times to break the puck out against the Hendricken forecheck. They won't this time. Quickly turned over to Cooper Groskopf. He'll skate through the neutral zone, rip a shot, quickly scooped up by Colin Murray.
Rhode Island High School Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network, brought to you by Joseph Lamy Attorney at Law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston. Visit josephlamy.com. And by RR Elite Recruits, with access to 3,000 schools and 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by signing up for the nation's #1 recruiting service, rreliterecruits.com, today.
Sponsors are what make these broadcasts happen. If you enjoy our coverage, make sure to support the people who bring these broadcasts to you, covering Rhode Island sports where no one else does. Face off near side in Hendricken territory. Quick rip off the stick of Shafino's, deflected. And the Hawks scoop it up on the near side. They'll try to move it through the neutral zone. A little bit of trouble for them. Coming at the hands of Richie Kavanaugh. Toe drag attempted. That one didn't quite get through, but the drop pass to Charlie Clements, one of the captains of this program, he'll miss the net by just a foot or two on the far side. We'll have a stoppage in play as Richie Kavanaugh runs into the net and breaks his stick in the process.
Interesting to see Hendricken defensively here. Do they stick with that zone defense they've been playing, or do you go more man? Match up evenly.
Clements takes the draw for Warwick. He'll win that one forward. Quick handoff to Jack Slayer. Puck to the far side boards. Hendricken's defense in control. They'll move it up the near side boards. Steve Nardelli hands it off. Luca Bossia will dump it in for the Hawks. Unable to keep control of it in the near side corner. Warwick picks the puck back up. They look up ice. No one's there in time. Ref with his hand in the air for icing, and it is Andrew Smith of Hendricken. Couldn't quite get there in time to wave that one off. 13:02 left here in the second. Face off far side. Warwick territory, one back by the Warwick Co-op. They'll move it to the near side. A quick pass into the neutral zone. Most efficient breakout I've seen yet today. Jacob Pickering with it on the near side boards. Under pressure will dump it down. Picked up by the Hendricken defense. Matt Giuliano reverses back to the far side. They'll look up ice through the neutral zone. That one tipped, but recovered. Hayden Corrente will dump it in for the Hawks. Back behind the goal. Puck's picked up by Warwick. They look to the near side. Aaron pass. Can't quite get through. And the Hawks pick it back up. They're on a run. Kavanaugh grabs that puck real quick. Tried to get a shot if he couldn't. He'll move it to Giuliano on the near side, who goes D to D. Shots out in front, deflected. And into the near side corner. Delayed penalty coming. Looks like it'll be on Hendricken. James Carrera. Head to the box. We'll await the call. Slashing. 2 minutes. Warwick will be up a man. The face-off starting in Hendricken zone.
Gotta get one here if you're Warwick. Been the more physical team. Momentum's on your side. Up a man.
I'll tell you what, the confidence boost of a goal here, will certainly be lethal. Shot out in front. Took Murray a moment to cover that one. Warwick not too quick on its feet to reach for that rebound.
I don't think Murray really saw it that well coming in. Got that right pad on it. Very quickly bounced. Very fortunate for him. Bounced right in front of him. He's able to cover up, but Warwick got to be a little more keen on those rebound opportunities.
Murray's a great goaltender. He doesn't give them that up that often when they're there. Warwick needs to capitalize if they want to beat Hendricken. Crane looking for the puck. Knocked over in the corner. He'll fight towards it. Warwick moves it to the near side point. Kavanaugh just barely kept that one in. He'll dump it low into the corner. Warwick emerges. Pass across ice. Can't quite get the shot off. Crane will steal that one away. Dump it into the neutral zone and back off. Great pressure from Jack LaRose in Warwick's zone. Hawks managed to keep it in, ruining Warwick's power play strategy. We did not see this on the last power play for Warwick. The Carp will skate down through the neutral zone. Far side, under pressure from Andrew Smith. Shafino jumps in to assist. And they'll move it to the point. Quick rip. That one out in front. No one's there. The Hawks get a stick on it, but it's back at the point. Another shot opportunity. This one off the skate of Hayden Corrente, and the Hawks have a 2-on-1 here. Corrente out in front. Puck nowhere to be found for him. We'll have a delayed penalty on the Hawks.
That's going to be interference on Hendricken coming back the other way.
Warwick needs this whistle. They'll get it. And they'll have 5-on-3 for the next 19 seconds of play.
I feel like every time I've been to a game this season, a team goes up 5-on-3, and they score.
I mean,
that trend has to continue for if you're Warwick. It's as simple as that. You're even at one. You've got 20 seconds of this to work with.
Hendricken is a very talented hockey team. Opportunities like this do not present themselves that often. Coach Sosha does not seem happy with the call.
So his son Andrew in the Prout tournament this past week on the second defensive pairing, and I will say after watching Hendricken's JV team compete with Portsmouth and Prout, we know it's a program. They don't rebuild, they reload, and that it's going to be the case for the next 4 years. It was a very fun team to watch.
This Hendricken JV team has spent its tournament just dominating Division II programs. When I played with Barrington our first year, freshman year, we won the D2 championship and bumped up and competed in Division I. D2 wasn't that bad of a conference. It sounds like that era is long gone. Whistle on the play, another 9 seconds of 5-on-3. Warwick unable to convert here. They'll dump it in. Near side battle for it. And we're back to 5-on-4 play. Hendricken still down a man for the next minute 35.
We're gonna have 5-on-3 again. It's a slash.
Looks like no one has identified themselves as the culprit. Finally, refs pull number 24. That's Brady Martin out of the crowd for Warwick. And just like that, the Warwick Co-ops hopes of scoring here. Well, that flame will go out.
That's my mistake. It looked like that was going to be on Hendricken. Instead, it's going to be 4-on-4. Both sides not allowing a change by the officials.
So a minute 32 left in the power play that Warwick had, meaning the Hawks will have 28 seconds, 5-on-4 play. in about a minute and a half. Face off in Warwick's territory. One back to Crane. He'll move it to Kavanaugh on the near side. Kavanaugh under pressure, drops it back to Crane, who moves in, shoots, keeps it low on the ground. Kavanaugh will get his stick on it. And it's quickly scooped up by Bragg. Hendricken's a very skilled team. They work together well as a unit, and one of the things that's good for them that isn't quite a power play is 4-on-4. They can move the puck very well with less players on the ice. Crane to Kavanaugh, quickly to the point. Nice one-timer from Jack LaRose. That one just deflected above the net. Some coaches for Hendricken with concern, given that the Warwick's penalty was never placed on the scoreboard.
That is true.
Started at 1:31, so they should be about 17 seconds into Hendricken or Warwick's penalty now.
At least I believe on the game clock, I believe it started at 9:58, 9:59.
Referee will speak to the scoring official. They'll put it up at 1:42. I was just off. You got it perfectly right.
See, that looks right.
I don't think anyone's going to question it. It's a matter of a second or two. Face off near side in Warwick territory. Warwick will move the puck out, but Hendricken dumps it back in quick. Richie Kavanaugh picks it up for the Warwick co-op. We'll move it to the far side, back to Kavanaugh once more. Near side, cutting in. He'll hold up under pressure. Pass was looking for Ryan Barlow. And Barlow, evading defense, moves it back in front.
See what they're trying to do, feed Barlow on that left wing again. And you can do a better job of closing him closer to the boards.
He found success earlier. They're hoping to recreate it like you said. They'll move the puck back down to him below the net. He's under pressure from Aiden Penachini. But the 4-on-4 play leaves both teams acting like it's their own power play or penalty kill, respectively based on the zone, and Warwick taking full advantage. Shots blocked. Quick rebound opportunity for Hedmond. He couldn't convert there. Puck out front. Here's an opportunity. Aiden Ferreira skating down. He's under pressure, hooked up, and the referee will raise his arm. The coaches at Hendricken were looking for that one, Brady, and it took the referee a few seconds to raise his hand after that was a blatant hook.
Yeah, it's definitely a hook, but the save. Take the camera off of him, please. Definitely a hook. The save by Bragg was one of his best all season, not just tonight. So they're going to discuss this. We'll take a brief pause. You're watching Rhode Island High School Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network.
Referees will call that hook a boarding penalty. And they'll put 5 minutes on the board. We're within those 31 seconds of Hendricken power play already, which means the Hawks will have about 30 seconds of 5-on-3, followed by another 4.5 minutes of a power play, no matter how many goals are scored, of course, because it is a major penalty.
I don't agree with this call one bit. it's a hook. He was not thrown into the board. There was no major hit into the boards. He got his stick caught underneath him. Both players went down. And the Hawk player, I believe, could be wrong, but I believe it was Ricky Owen or Regime, it was one of the two, just went into the board. If you're going to call a warning on that, it's got to be a 2-minute minor.
Just to play devil's advocate on this one, Brady, though.
Go ahead.
The question is, would he have gone into the boards and been injured if he wasn't hooked? No, and maybe that's the
true.
ref's perspective.
That's true.
Hendricken controlling Crane out front. Can't quite hold on to it. He'll move it to the near side. Regine tries to cut in. He'll run into trouble, too. We're back to 5-on-4 play for about the next 4 minutes, 10 seconds. Crane with the puck at the point. Back to Kavanaugh, far side. Back to Crane. A lot of give and goes by this Hendricken team. Kavanaugh flips it low. He'll try to cut in. Instead, they'll shoot. Here's a save. Braxton Bragg stops the clock. 3:59 left in this Hendricken power play.
One thing that Hendricken does well on 4-on-4, 5-on-4, really when they're up a man or when they're not on 5-on-5, is they take what the defense gives them. They don't try to force the puck into the point. They don't try to force it in the middle. The small passes, the little things, is what they do well, and that's how they've been so successful this season. It's why they're, I believe, as long as they hold on here, come Monday, the #1 team in the state.
Hawks controlling the puck still. Almost a great tip opportunity there for him. 3:35 left in their power play as Warwick finally dumps it down for the first time during this major. Andrew Smith chasing for Hendricken. He was pressured, and pressured well by Sean Mullaney. Hendricken is a very active team. You have to feel for Warwick. They will be tired by the end of this power or penalty kill.
They're going to be tired at the end of this game, period. Although Warwick has had the edge physically, they've been applying most of those bigger hits and more of the pain, if you will.
Caleri had it back in a moment. They'll move it to Smith at the point. He looks low, back, trying once more for Chris Hughes. Can't quite do it, but at the point, Smith holds strong, keeps the puck in against that strong Warwick back check. Hawks regain control. Ice slows down once more. Here's a shot. Rebound out in front. It's still there. And they'll go at it once more. Chris Hughes couldn't convert.
I don't know if that's Chris Hughes not converting or it's Braxton Bragg standing on his head again.
Braxton Bragg is holding strong for this Warwick program. He's got about 2 minutes and 10 seconds left of man-down play as Kavanaugh races towards him. He'll cut to the near side. Rebound was almost perfect for the Hawks. Just bounced over a Hawks stick. Kavanaugh picks it back up behind the net. He'll circle down, bring it to Crane at the point, who shoots. That one just misses on the far side by inches.
I've said it once before. I've said it again. Braxton Bragg, another great save by the junior, is the best public school goaltender in the state of Rhode Island. Aside from maybe Jared Johnson, I don't know if there is anybody who is just a better all-around shot stopper than Braxton Bragg.
I'm in town on break. I haven't seen enough of them to commentate, but I'll take your word for it, Brady. Puck back in play. Kavanaugh picks it up at the blue line, drops it back to Crane. Crane, cross ice, D to D. Here's the shot open for Kavanaugh. The rebound. He couldn't control it. Penalty out in front, and the Hawks will spend the next minute and a half up a man once more as Regine was knocked down just outside of the crease.
It's going to be an interference call.
Now, I'm incorrect on that one. Excuse me. I saw the last hit on Regine. Nick Regine created the first hit. That's what he's been called for, Brady. My apologies to our listeners.
Regine sent to the box. And that interference came just before that hit, so you weren't wrong, but it just went off of what was first. So you're going to get 4-on-4. This is where Hendricken is dangerous. And you talk about the little things, giving what the defense gives them.
Like you said, Hawks dangerous on 4-on-4, but of course they're giving up their 5-on-4 power play advantage that they had for some time. Puck in the near side corner, Hawk territory. They'll move it up on the near side wall. We'll have a whistle here on the blue line as the puck went into one of the players at the benches. Face off near side, Hawk territory. Puck trickles out to Ethan Pizzulo. He'll keep the puck in for Warwick. Shot ripped by Richie Cavanaugh.
Oh!
And Colin Murray goes down. The rebound gives Warwick an unexpected lead.
Okay, Warwick. Okay, Cooper Grosgeth. Now we see y'all.
These Warwick fans are pumped up right now, Brady.
Connor Murray, I'll call how it is, he fell. Grosgeth went top shelf. And look at this.
The perfect opportunity presented itself, and Warwick converted. What an exceptional play from the Warwick co-op of Tollgate and Pilgrim. So we'll reset from that excitement. Face off, far side, and Warwick territory. These Hawks now with a chip on their shoulder. The number one team in the state. They've got a deficit they need to close, Brady.
My correction on the goal. It wasn't Grosgeth, it was Cavanaugh, but Grosgeth thrown it just wide, but same thing with Cavanaugh. Right place, right time. Murray, I don't even know what happened. I think he just tripped over himself. Hendricken in unfamiliar territory, not used to playing behind.
Not something this team sees too often. Warwick showed up ready to play and are giving them a challenge. And Hendricken, Brady, this isn't the same Hendricken we saw play LaSalle just a few nights ago.
It's not. And I think that game went to over. I could see that game going to overtime. But I saw the way it ended that it was like, all right, this wasn't a game Hendricken won. It was a game Hendricken survived. Because Hendricken, I don't think they were the better team throughout the majority of that game. I think LaSalle was a better team through most of that game.
I think Hendricken certainly won that first period. I'd say later on it was pretty even by my
you were
watch.
there.
I mean, I think Hendricken wins when they're not playing special teams. LaSalle
That's
won
true.
the special teams moment. Here comes Warwick. Quick cut down. Wrap around behind the net. Can't convert yet. Ryan Barlow with it. He'll move it out to the point. Quick shot from Shafino. That one goes nowhere, but an opportunity out in front once more as Warwick wrapped it around, and they'll lose control of the puck as it trickles out. Warwick up a man for the next 5 seconds still. They'll dump it in, call it quits for 5-on-5 play to return. Warwick up 1 over the Hawks of Hendricken. Hendy has a deficit to climb back from. Crane can't quite move it to Regine. Warwick picks it back up in the neutral zone. Barlow rips a shot, that one high and wide. But he's able to recover it first. A little bit of a hit from behind. Coach is unhappy with the lack of a call.
Yeah, that should have been boarding. If that Barlow penalty down there was boarding, I'm sorry. No need for that.
Through the chaos, turnover in the neutral zone, and the Hawks it was Warwick dumped it from behind the red line into Hendricken territory. Icing called. Will reset. Here, I think both teams will take that opportunity to reset as well. 2:12 remaining here in the second period. Hawks down 1 to the Warwick Co-op of Tollgate and Pilgrim. Face-off, far side in Warwick territory, and the referees will send off 2 Hawks player. Warwick will win the face-off, move it over to the near side. Tussle for it, midpoint of the boards. Warwick comes away with it, moves it down into the neutral zone. Chris Hughes picks it up, moves it to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh moves it in. Here's a shot opportunity, and he'll get his own rebound. What a goal! Bishop Hendricken ties this one up. 2-2 the score with his own rebound on that one. I believe that was Chris Hughes finishing off of his own shot.
Exactly right, Chris Hughes tying the game. Great initial save by Bragg, but the rebound too high. Hendricken evening things up. Not a lot of time left in the second period.
Great heads-up play by Hughes. Able to cut right in, pick up right where he left off. It's not often you see a player recover their own rebound. Hawks cut in once more. Great opportunity there for Steve Nardelli. He couldn't quite finish it, but Hendricken seems to have its energy back. They'll move the puck into their own zone, control, go D to D. Errant pass through the neutral zone. Chased out by Steve Nardelli. Couldn't quite get there in time. Warwick moves it back down to center ice. Tussle for it, near side boards, just in front of the Pilgrim and Tollgate bench. As Jack LaRose emerging with the puck. He'll move it up ice, quick dump in, and that puck's off the netting. And guarding the fans here will have a stoppage in play. 1:09 on the clock left in the second period. We're back tied at 2.
Want to close your home purchase or refinance faster? Contact me, David Delbonis, at 401-487-7379, President Precision Home Lending. Trust the experts and we'll make your loan experience amazing.
Plenty of fans bringing the excitement for both Warwick and Hendricken. I know Hendricken's student section is known as Mangate. Offsides called. That winds the clock down to 1:03. 2-2-2 on the scoreboard in the second period. Warwick dumps it in. Crane receives for Hendricken. He'll send it back into the neutral zone. Under pressure from Chris Hughes. Kavanaugh in the neutral zone. He'll pick it up. Looks to move it to the far side. Picked up really well by Nick Regine, who cut around. He was looking for the point. Errant pass as he looked for Crane. 30 seconds on the clock now. Hawks with it back behind the net. Puck moved to Regine. He'll find Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh with Crane to his left. Cuts in. Crane will pick up the puck. He has Regine. He'll shoot. Looked like that passing lane was a little cut off. Shot high off the chest of Bragg. 17.5 on the clock now. Jack LaRose taking the face-off for Hendricken. Warwick will come away with it. Ryan Barlow taking it into Warwick territory. We've heard his name plenty so far in the broadcast. And tussle forward on the near side boards as time winds down in this second period. Warwick goes to the locker room. Well, I can't say happy. They had a lead for a moment, but they certainly can't be sad. Tied at 2. It's the place any team wants to be when they come into Thayer Arena after 2 to play the Bishop Hendricken Hawks. 2-2 the score. Brady, any closing thoughts before the Zamboni resurfaces?
we might have the best 15 minutes of the whole season ahead of us. I'll leave it at that. Don't go anywhere. We've got a great one. You're watching Rhode Island High School Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network.
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown. Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown. Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown. Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown. Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown. Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown. Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown. Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
post, score!
Missed by a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown. Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Missed by a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown. Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Missed by a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown. Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Missed by a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown. Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Missed by a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown. Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Missed by a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown. Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Missed by a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown. Rodriguez rolls out to his right, Throws it back in the end zone. Intercepted in the back of the end zone.
In, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown. Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone. Intercepted in the back of the end zone.
In, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown. Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone. Intercepted in the back of the end zone.
In, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
It's Rhode Island High School hockey on Fans Only Sports Network. Hendricken and Warwick tied at 2 as we enter the third period of play. Both teams back on the ice, lined up, ready to get underway. Hendricken with an undefeated record to defend. Warwick looking for an upset heading into 2023. Puck underway, dumped down into Hendricken territory. Quick battle for it on the near side boards. Comes away for the Hawks. Jack LaRose carrying back behind the net. He'll pause, rip it around the boards to the near side, looking for Nick Regine. Regine grabs it, moves it to the neutral zone. Back to LaRose. LaRose finds the puck back in the corner. Quick handoff. Kavanaugh with it. He has the point. He'll opt to cut in. Looking for the far side. Puck's deflected. Back to LaRose out front. Warwick comes away with it through the neutral zone. Blake Grislis picks it up. Handoff to Crane right in front of the Hendricken net. Crane over the red line. Far side of the neutral zone. Avoids the check. And gets caught up on the far side boards. Warwick under a lot of pressure to start this game. I'm sure Coach Sosha had plenty to say to this Hendricken team. Hawks still with the puck, stealing it back from Warwick whenever they get an opportunity. A lot of pressure from Nate Marshall. Back on the boards. He'll drop the puck to Crane on the far side point, who'll rip that one right into the chest to Braxton Bragg.
Bragg keeping Warwick in this game.
Bragg has certainly stood on his head those first two periods. He was on top of everything. You could hear the cheers coming from Warwick student section, the Hendricken student section, not nearly as filled out tonight. Quick one-timer from Andrew Smith. That one just misses the net by about a foot. Kavanaugh battles for the puck back behind the net. He'll try to move it out front, but Warwick comes away with it. Menard, or excuse me, that was Groska. Dumped it out, but the Hawks are on top of it. They'll move it right back in to Warwick territory. Here's pressure from Aiden Penachini. Kavanaugh Grabs it on the far side boards. He'll rip it around. Back to LaRose. Near side corner. Quick escape from LaRose. Out in front. An opportunity. That shot quickly covered by Bragg. Time expires at 12:50 on the clock. (2-2) still our score. Just about 2 minutes, 10 seconds into this third period. A lot on the line for both of these programs. Near side faceoffs won by Warwick. After a quick battle for it, Warwick seemed to come away with it. They'll turn it over quickly to the Hawks, who get a shot off that one into the near far side corner. Cristofino grabs it for Warwick. Can't quite get it out. It's knocked back in by Hendricken's defense. Pizzulo battling for it on the far side wall. And then a quick turnover once more to Hendricken. Devin Eggster took that shot for the Hawks. Pilgrims dump it back down near side corner. They seemingly look to cycle it. Hendricken will pick it up back behind the net. Hendricken has maintained control of the puck. They've been unable to find people open in front, however. Mainly cast to the outside of the zone. Quick chase for the puck as it goes to the far side wall. Schifino gets there first. He'll move it up and out to Brady Martin. Martin through the neutral zone will send the puck. Referee ready to blow the whistle. There it is. Stoppage in play. 11:38 on the icing. Referee's unhappy with the play calling at the Hendricken bench.
They didn't call their timeout. I'm not exactly sure what they were doing.
I think it was just a quick in-play strategy talk. Attempt to drop it to Crane. Doesn't quite make it to him. Intercepted by a Warwick player. A quick fight for it. It was Charlie Clements, one of the captains of the Warwick program, putting on a lot of pressure. Kavanaugh cuts in. That's Richie Kavanaugh for Warwick, that is. The puck heads through the neutral zone down into Warwick territory. Good escape move there from Gerard Schifino. And Warwick re-enters Hendricken territory. Saw movement from Clements there. Turn back over to the Hawks, and they'll come rifling back down, but no one seems to be able to control the puck. That one lost on the blue line and finally dumped in, quickly wrapped around by Hemmond for Warwick. Doesn't quite make it out of the zone. Hemmond recovers once more. He'll look up ice, but can't quite get it past Jack LaRose. Then a ripped shot from Hendricken. Ends up on the near side boards. Penalty called on the Hawks. Late hit. Pilgrim, or Warwick rather, wants the boarding call. It's Regine once more. As chance of you can't do that ring out from the Warwick student section. He'll have a conversation with alongside Kavanaugh out in front of the penalty boxes. Regine heads into the box. Will await the penalty. 2 minutes on the board. Warwick with 10:40 on the clock will have a man advantage until 8:40. We're tied at 2. Brady, this power play could prove incredibly consequential.
We've had a couple very important power plays, and this is by far the most important one.
Quick shot ripped from Jacob Pickering. Just misses the net. Hawks try to wrap it around. It won't quite make it all the way. Quickly stopped by Groskopf. He'll control the puck on the near side. Moves it back to the point. Few give and goes. Groskopf has it. He'll wait too long. Looked like he had a shooting lane there, Brady, but held the puck for a bit too long. His coaches want him to shoot that puck for sure.
Especially against the Hendricken penalty kill. That's been, for the most part, very good all season. You got to get the puck on the net as quickly and as often as possible. That's just an opportunity that was wasted.
Barlow will take it up the near side as he recovers from Hendricken's clear. Lot of pressure from the stick of Nate Marshall. Warwick forced to dump it in. It's on the near side. Quick battle for it. Puck stopped by Pizzulo. will go D to D. That shot right off the post. Richie Kavanaugh almost got Warwick the lead, just inches, stopping this from a 3-2 game. Schifino through the neutral zone will enter Hendricken territory once more. About 30 seconds left here on the power play. Crane back behind the net will rip when that ends up in the netting. We'll have a stoppage in play near side. Face off in Hendricken territory. 29 seconds left on this power play for Warwick. .909 on the clock, 2-2 the score. Warwick had an opportunity. Richie Kavanaugh hit the post from the point. Warwick hasn't been able to finish yet this period. We'll see if they can do so in these next 20 seconds. They move the puck on the far side, try to get to the front of the net. No one's there in time. Jack LaRose adding pressure for the Hawks. No rip one around. Defense isn't there in time. Pizzulo scoops it up. Quick cut through the neutral zone. He'll go for the dump and chase. It doesn't work. Hawks send it into Warwick's territory, and we're back to 5-on-5. Regine back on the ice. 8:35 left here in this game.
Nice move.
Great move by Richie Kavanaugh. And Warwick will enter Hendricken territory. It's still out front. The rebound picked up. Warwick regains the lead for the second time this game.
Why are you not freezing the puck if you're Connor Murray? How are you not freezing the puck?
Aiden McNally on the rebound knocks it in the top left corner. As Hendricken finds itself down a goal once more, just moments after Regine exited the penalty box.
It's a great initial shot. Murray, I don't understand. You cover up, you set it to a face-off. Oh my goodness. The rebound perfectly placed, bottle topper and all.
Hendricken once more finds itself with a deficit, fighting back from behind. Crane controlling the puck behind the Warwick net. He'll move it to the near side corner. Giacomo Cagliari. Puck stolen from him by Warwick. That was Brandon Lawton who moved it up ice. He'll actually ice it down. Stoppage in play. 7:58 remaining here in the third. Warwick with a 1-goal lead. Hendricken, a deficit that they're not used to having. Face-off won by Warwick. It's Barlow controlling. He'll enter Hendricken territory with the puck quickly dumped in. It'll trickle out to Crane, who flips this one back into the neutral zone. Back in Hendricken territory, Crane receives once more. He'll pull back. Little quick move to get the puck into the neutral zone. It won't get all the way, and Barlow picks the puck up once more. Tussle for it right at the blue line. Seems to be just inside of Hendricken's zone. Down to 7:15 left on the clock. Neither coach is happy with the lack of a whistle on that play.
And they finally get it.
Whistle will come as Richie Kavanaugh and Giacomo Cagliari respectively are sent to the box. And Brady, I think this completely comes off of the refs here.
So it's going to be 5 aside. Those penalties will cancel out.
These are avoidable penalties for both teams that wouldn't have occurred had the refs just blown the whistle early. The tensions rise as you're fighting for the puck. If the puck's not going to move, you stop the clock.
You're exactly correct.
And reset, which we are right now, except both teams will be down a man on the bench, not on the ice. 5-on-5 play, as you mentioned, resumes. 7:09 on the clock. These players should be out by about 5:09, 5:10. Hendricken comes away with the puck. Quick shot off. Devin Exter. That one just bounced right off Bragg's pads, and the puck's back into the neutral zone. Quick rush. Jacob Pickering couldn't quite move the puck in front of the net, but he's hit late. And Andrew Smith will be called.
This is going to be boarding, roughing, charging. Take your pick. Yeah, boarding. Most definitely.
So Hendricken down a goal will now play down a man for the next 2 minutes with 6:46 left here in this third period. They have a deficit to cut. Warwick wants to expand on their score, 3-2 right now. And these penalties are something that Hendricken really needs to avoid. Warwick not necessarily at the top of Division 1, but sticking with Hendricken throughout this whole game. They'll move the puck back to the point. Pizzulo, D to D, quick shot from Barlow. That one just to the side of the net. Far side corner. Warwick moves the puck back behind the net, back to the far side corner. They have Pizzulo. He'll take it at the point, rips one, it's open! Shots are covered! And Warwick makes it a 2-goal game! Wow! Shafino knocks one in. 4-2 the score. Warwick on top of Hendricken.
How is it you've been here a week and you've had the 2 best games of the season? Oh my goodness.
What a great job by Shafino capitalizing on that rebound.
As one Bill Raftery would say, onions! Hendricken calls timeout. We'll step aside. High school hockey at Fans Only Sports Network.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Comes in, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Comes in, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post!
Timeout over, play resumes. Regine picks it up for Hendricken, now down 2. They have a deficit to cut in the next 6 minutes and 15 seconds of play. Crane with the puck, far side. He'll move through the neutral zone, dumps it in. Nick Regine chasing after it. He's back behind the net. Falls down. Looks like some of his teammates were looking for a call there. None will come. Kavanaugh. Far side board, fighting for it, and alongside Regine. He'll come away with it. Moves it to Regine out in front. Nothing will come of that play. Good save there from Jack LaRose, keeping the puck in, adding pressure. Puck out in front, picked up by Pizzulo for Warwick. Pizzulo rips it around. We'll have a 2-on-1 here, moving to 2-on-2. That hustle from Regine coming back. Barlow with the puck. Couldn't seem to make anything happen, and both Regine and Barlow will end up in the boards. Regine a little slower to get up.
They both went in pretty hard, kind of both took out each other.
And that's a testament to Regine's work ethic. He is a back checker at heart. Did a great job getting back, turning that from a 2-on-1 to a 2-on-2. And sacrificing the body for his team. Face off, far side, in Hendricken territory. Hawks will come away with this one. Nate Marshall up the far side. Warwick quickly moves it back into Hendricken territory. Hawks have to reset. They'll look to the near side through the neutral zone. Still can't quite break it into Warwick territory. Pizzulo looks up ice. He's trying for Sean Mullaney. Can't quite find him. Icing called. 5:08 remains in the third.
Rhode Island High School Hockey and Fans Only Sports Network brought to you by Joseph Lamy, Attorney at Law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston. Joseph Lamy, LAMY.com. And by RR Elite Recruits with access to 3,000 schools and 83,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports, including the ACHA club hockey teams across all 3 divisions. If you want to play at the next level, then be seen by signing up for the nation's #1 recruiting service, rreliterecruits.com, today as Bragg makes another save. Dinner invitations exchanged in front of Bragg's cage, and Hendricken is going to have a 5-on-4.
Warwick coaches absolutely not happy with that call.
Chris Schiaffino to the box for 2.
Warwick's bench very frustrated right now.
I am confused as to why he was sent to the box. Had to have been something verbal because he did nothing physical.
Coach speaking with the referees right now. Brady's trying his best to hear what they're saying. 4:58 on the clock. Hendricken will be up a man for the next 2 minutes. They're down 2 goals. That deficit they need to close to retain their spot at the top of Interscholastic League hockey here in Rhode Island.
Just saying, it's been the same stuff essentially that's been going on all game. It's just repeating. The referees have asked the players to stop. They have not stopped. With Chris Schiaffino being the most recent player to not obey the referee's ruling. So that's why he's in the box.
Hendricken falling into place on its power play, moves the puck around. Regine with it near side corner. He'll look up to the point. Blake Grislis moves it back down to Regine. Moves it back behind the net where LaRose picks it up. They've now completed the whole circle. Crane to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh from the far side. Opportunity there. LaRose picks it up back behind the net. Moves to Kavanaugh. Crane back at the point. Crosses it over. Grislis. Quick escape move doesn't work out right. Warwick will clear the puck. And that's 45 seconds of Hendricken's power play gone. Crane picks it back up. Tries to hand it off to Kavanaugh, who skates right over that puck. They'll drop it back to Grislis. Grislis to LaRose, tapped over to Crane, who skate in on the far side. Take it back behind the net. Excuse me, that was Kavanaugh. Grislis at the point, looks for Crane. It's a bit too low. And Regine gets caught up. No call on that. Warwick was looking for a hook. Pass right in front. Tip opportunity. Kavanaugh turns, spins from his backhand. Good save by Bragg.
Hook and an argument for interference there as well.
Shot from Crane, tipped out in front. No one's there for the rebound. Warwick clears once again. 20 seconds remain on this Hendricken power play. Blake Grislis moves it straight down to Chris Hughes. Will cut in before he has support. Support's there now. He has Andrew Smith at the point, but Warwick evades him quickly with a one-on-one opportunity. Ryan Barlow will get a shot off. Delayed penalty coming for Warwick. Warwick, with 2:40 remaining in this third period, will be down a man for the next 2 minutes. Hendricken still with that 2-goal deficit to close.
I am very, very surprised at just Hendricken. 2 completely different teams from the other night and today.
It's early in the season. Hendricken, I'm sure, mentally prepared for that LaSalle game, and it's tough to come back. A team that you think is less than a threat brings its A game, and now you're looking at a 2-goal deficit, 2.5 minutes remaining in the third. I don't think that this means anything about the team as they head back into regular season play, but it certainly means that this is a team that's beatable. If Warwick can do it, so can other programs across Rhode Island.
Warwick was one of those teams where we weren't really sure what to make of them, and then they had a couple really good games to start, and you're like, all right, this team can and most likely will be a legitimate threat.
Hendricken, with Murray pulled, is playing 6-on-4 right now. 1:53 remains in the third period. Hawks move the puck back down into Warwick territory. LaRose keeps it in after Kavanaugh handed it back to him. Caleri moves it to the front. Opportunity out there. They'll head back behind the net. Hawks cycle the puck to the near side. They'll move it to the point. Crane grabs a hold of it after he almost lost it. And Charlie Clements takes the puck down and he'll seal this one off. 5-2. The score off Clements' empty netter.
How about this?
Warwick seals the deal against top-rated Bishop Hendricken. You can feel the excitement from the Warwick student section tonight. 1:24 remains on the clock. Colin Murray back in net for the Hawks. This is a Hendricken team that doesn't give up. I'll tell you what, this Warwick team, it does not either.
So now you go back to our rankings, to our power poll. I'm going to be interested to see. I'll carve up my rankings for the week, and I'm interested to see what our other voters decide. Does LaSalle was at 1. LaSalle doesn't have a league loss. Hendricken does, so I would expect to see Hendricken remain at that number 2, maybe even fall to 3 or 4.
I have no say in those polls. It's not my place, but this is a great Warwick team that has showed an incredible amount of grit during this game. They came here, they played harder, and that's why they're going to win. They wanted this game more. Delayed penalty on Hendricken, by the way. I'm not necessarily sure if that reflects on Hendricken for the rest of the season.
I don't think it does either, but I think it now poses something to the league. All right, LaSalle's the best team in the state, and it makes March interesting.
Hayden Carente sent to the box for the Hawks with 14.6 seconds remaining here in this third period. 5-2 the score. Warwick up, about to achieve an upset that many in their student section likely were not expecting.
I'm interested to know when the last time Warwick beat Hendricken was. I know it's been at least 15 years.
I mean, when I was with Barrington, we upset Hendricken. It was our first win over them since the 80s. Being there, the excitement this team will feel, I hope they have themselves a great night. There's nothing quite like taking down the best team in the state, and Warwick has done that right now. 5-2, the final. As time expires, the team will rush the bench, rush their goalie, head to the student section. And that is the excitement of high school hockey, encapsulated here in one moment. Warwick takes down Hendricken. They'll dethrone the king. A stunning 5-2 finish for this program. You said ranked 8 in your power rankings last.
Yeah, depending on the poll you're going off of, we're going off of the fans only ranking. This was 2 versus 8. A couple other sites had this 1 versus 7. The bottom line is we're going off of the fans only sports power rankings.
What a finish for Warwick here from Thayer. 5-2. Warwick came to play and win, and they did. Thank you for watching Rhode Island High School Hockey from Fans Only Sports Network. I'm Owen Crane alongside Brady Kudo for the whole Fans Only Sports team. A very happy New Year. Thank you for watching with us. And, of course, keep it here for future Rhode Island sports. Good night.